Cone Bonoi, good evening, milk drinkers. It is I, Loki the Mad Titan, and welcome back to the one-off series where I play scary games, where I play weird games, where I play retro games, where I play free games. This one was, I believe, is going to be a weird game. It is a sequel. It is a sequel because this should look familiar. My son already walked in and goes, "Oh, this looks familiar," and it does look familiar. This is the sequel to Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. Inside a bag of milk. Inside a bag of milk, or whatever the title was of the original. This is Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. Outside a Bag of Milk. Now, don't click off. The first game, despite being on so many people's lists for the weirdest game ever, I think was actually a really sweet game once you got through it and you understood what the game was actually about. And I got it for either free or almost nothing, and I got this for, I think, like less than $2. Because I don't have any money. If I had money, I'd be playing Oblivion Remastered. Not that I wouldn't still want to play this, but I would also be playing Oblivion Remastered. And on that note, if you'd like to see me play a game, any game, please suggest it. If it's something within reason and something I can make happen, something I can get for free, I will do it. And if you really want to see me play a game, and most of my stuff is normally long form stuff where I do long episodes, and their series, 60, 70, 100. I did Fallout 76, or like 100 and something episodes. I will dedicate the entire series to you if you buy me the game. So if you want to see me play Oblivion Remastered, hook me up. If you want to see me play Baldur's Gate 3, hook me up, because I would love to play those games. But today we're playing what I understand is supposed to be a weird game, a sequel, Milk Inside. Nope. Outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag of milk. And yes, this menu is very similar. There's no music playing or anything yet. We're going to select English because I don't speak Russian. Kind of Japanese a little bit. I am confused which one of these is Japanese. This looks more Japanese to me than this. So I'm guessing this is Chinese. This is Korean. So we got Russian, English, Chinese, Polish, Turkish, Portuguese, Spanish, Korean, and Japanese, I think. There's no way I'm pulling off Japanese, even though I've been learning for almost 6 years now. I'm still terrible. English it is. This game contains flash images and touches on heavy topics. Take care. So that's 2 good warnings. I'm not sure if it's going to jump right into it. All right, we do want to go full screen. So that's good to know that. All right, and we're jumping right in. Look at the graphics already. Crazy huge upgrade from the first game. Is this anime? All right, we're counting. This is nuts compared to the first game. If you watch this far and you don't know much about this, please go back and watch the first one and then be shocked at the difference between that one and this one. I am going to full screen. I just don't want to interrupt this. Hello, can I? This is like an anime version of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. It won't take much time. What do you see? Are you sure? Anyway, it's... Is this actually the game now? No. Okay, we're still. I don't know when. Playing this blind. Oh no! Here we go. Oh no. Okay. This looks very much like milk inside a bag of milk, inside a bag of milk. But that's not what this is. This is milk outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag of milk. How many times have I got to say that? I didn't even finish the intro. Alright, so first things first, let's full screen this bad boy. There we go. Let's finish the intro and then we'll start playing. If you're new to the channel, Doze Yoroshiku Nagaishimasu. If you're new to the series, Hajime welcome, nice to meet you. And if you are a regular, and there's not really a lot of regulars to the one-off series, a lot of random people pop in that are familiar with the games to check out and see what I have to say about them. But we do have the wonderful and amazing, outstanding Teresa. As always, I know you say I don't need to say as much as I do, but I really do appreciate you. I do. So thank you, Teresa. Zerul99 does regularly check in stuff. More my retro stuff than my weird stuff, so I don't expect he'll watch this necessarily. So the first game. So I am playing this game blind, but I do know the first game. The first game went in, totally blind again. Didn't really know what it was about. There was some flashing images, so we did have the warning for that. So if you're epileptic, this might not be the video for you. The other thing, doing heavy topics. This game most likely, like the first one, will deal with mental illness, which I've talked about in depth in many different series that I've done, including Enderall and things like that. I have a lot of mental illness in my family. I am personally medicated for obsessive compulsive disorder, which is so bad that it causes me to have really bad anxiety and really severely bad rage issues. So I need to be medicated for. I'll put it to you this way: I'm coming off of a very bad case of pneumonia. I only slept for 4 hours again because I'm still not really sleeping well. Speaking of which, psychosomatic, I was talking about it, and it triggered a cough. I will cough occasionally, sorry about that. As part of me doing the 2 different sets of antibiotics I had to do and the steroids that I was on, I could not take my medicine for my OCD. So it's been about a week since I've taken it. Today will actually be the first day that I have taken it back again, and it took me like 2 months originally to hormonally and everything adapt to the medicine, and all it took was a couple days of me being off of it, and I reverted back to the old me, as I used to refer to myself as the monster pretty quickly, and it was pretty upsetting. So I'm actually sitting here staring at the little blue pill, and it's not Viagra. It's not Viagra, but I'll be probably taking that during this episode when something's going on. Okay. If you are a regular, Okairine aside, welcome back. Welcome home. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Nobody's left at this point. I know when I ramble too long and people check out. It's like, why is this guy telling me all his business? I don't need to know this dude. All right. We are going to continue because we're going to new game. What am I saying? Continue. There's nothing to continue. We haven't done anything. So new game. The anime intro stuff was awesome. This is mainly a clicker with occasionally some typing. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Do I have to click? Yes. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile, continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. but I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. Okay. I walk past the kitchen on my way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure of that. I break into a run and dash towards the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. You get it? Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? The thing that's kind of hitting me here already with this is, again, being off my meds for the first time since I've been on them, because I couldn't take them. They would could have caused issues with my heart, and I didn't want to tempt fate, so I did it. And again, I said the monster came back, and the monster did have an issue with a door that I probably need to completely replace now. And this is already kind of hitting me in the same way that the first one did. It took the first one a while before it started hitting me. I'm trying not to spoil anything by talking too much about the first one, but I think you'll get it as this goes on. I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. See, my shoulder didn't hit the door. My head and my right knee hit the door. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. Yeah, I feel shame myself. I walk towards my room through a narrow corridor. Hello, old friend. It's my dark passenger. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, burying a single claw, thin and sharp, like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Oh my god. Did I make this game? Don't move. The creature squeezes my hands until the veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all the pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. But then the claw injects its venom into me. I hurt myself today just to see if I could feel. I focused on the pain, the only thing that's real. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time. But why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me! Kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls. With a loud sound, I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. I need a wave of pain. Excuse me. A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. I say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. The funny thing is, I'm reading this and I'm getting all intense and getting into it, right? Because I am getting into this, if you can't tell. Sonny, my cat, one of my cats, that's my boy, he replaced Cassidy, who was my closest kitty friend for 10 years, who passed away a couple years ago. And then we got Sonny a couple months later, and he's just been absolutely wonderful and really helped me get over the loss of Cassidy. But we block him off from going upstairs because we've had some issues since we got the kitten with actually the other cat that we have, Butters. He's not too happy about the kitten, I guess, so he's been peeing places. So anyway, we got the upstairs blocked off, and everybody else is upstairs right now except for me, and he wants to be up there because he really likes the kitten. So he just, as I'm doing this whole like intense spiel, I just in the background, I can hear it, you can't. I hear He's so sad. He's like literally doing it as I'm saying it too. I love you, Sonny. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating an inevitable moment when the reality and the dream world would clash. Yeah, I had insomnia for 25 years. I still don't always sleep well. I normally take melatonin to help me go to sleep and stay asleep, because one of my biggest things is if I would sleep, then I would wake up, go to the bathroom like most people do in the middle of the night, and that's it. I'd be awake. So if I went to bed, at 11 o'clock at night, and I woke up at 2 to go to the bathroom, I slept for 3 hours, and my brain my brain is the only thing to really blame. My brain be like, no, that's enough. Yeah, that's enough sleep. Go do something. Go read. Go play a game. Go stare at the wall and contemplate your futile existence. But melatonin's helped a lot. But again, I didn't sleep last night very well at all. And my wife is like, I was on NyQuil and melatonin. She's like, how did you not sleep? And I'm like, because that's... when the insomnia is working, it's not much can stop it. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after the other, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I had to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. After finishing my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately, since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. I mean, I try to stay relatively clean most of the time. I just did a wrestling video, so I joked and said it was going to get 7 views, and it got 6. So it wasn't that far off. But holy shit. Like, I'm sitting here, and I always drink something. Recently it's been water, but I've just, since the pneumonia, I've gone back to drinking soda. So I have a can of Mountain Dew Liberty Chill. This episode is not sponsored by Mountain Dew Liberty Chill. It's like they took a bunch of flavors and poured together 50 flavors in one. It's not very good, but insider info, spoiler alert. I normally take my pills when I'm recording. I don't know why, because it's like I'm drinking. So like I sit down with the pills that I drink, and I take 6 pills earlier in the day. I'll say in the morning, for various different things. One of them being for my OCD. Because I have a bunch of other health issues, and then I take 2 more before I go to bed, and I have a 9th one, because that's 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. That I take for another issue that, but it's like one of those intermittent issues where I only have to take that particular one when I'm having that particular problem, if that makes any sense. So, again, this is hitting me. I don't swallow them all at once. I normally take them one at a time. I normally pop it, like, I'll be talking like this, right? Blah, 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 blah. I'll normally pop it, have a quick drink, swallow it like I just took one, and just go right on gaming. And I think most of the time nobody knows, nobody's the wiser. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. No, I don't want to chew on it. A couple of these, if I leave them on my tongue for too long, I don't know if they purposely make them bitter or it just is actually the medication that's bitter. But when I want to talk about bitter, the the steroid. Oh my God, the steroid that I was taking. I forgot what it was called. Methyl something. I was joking because I kept saying it was meth because it started with MATH, but then it was like methyl something. Blah, blah, blah. If that touched my tongue or any other part of my mouth, it would leave this lingering, like, highly unpleasant bitter taste in my mouth. But so I ain't chewing on these, no. I do anything to stall just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? Yeah, none of mine are red. I don't have any red pills. I'm not getting red pilled here. I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder, and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. There's no way I'm drinking that. All right, well, you wasted one of your pills there, though, buckaroo. Like, come on. Speaking of which, let's take the little blue one now. Next was a flat pill, the same blood red color. There was some letters printed on it. Oh, I get it. Yeah, a lot of my pills have just weird, like 540 or L32 or something like that. I don't know. I guess I've Googled them sometimes to help figure out which one's which, because a lot of times I don't even remember. I throw them into like a pill sorter, or a lot of times I just have Dixie cups, like I'm in a mental hospital. And I take my you hear it? That's my Dixie cup. I'm doing some ASMR. Here, I'll tap it. I don't even know if you can hear that. What if I scratch it? There we go. Some ASMR for you. But yeah, that has actually has my wife's pills in it. She takes a whopping 3 pills a day, and none of them are prescription because she's healthy. Like, it's like a vitamin, another vitamin, and another I don't know. She's like 3 different vitamins or something. I don't know. Oh God. All right. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, I don't even want to look at it. The melatonin, and this has been something I've talked about extensively with my wife, gives me the most vivid dreams. Oh my God. It definitely helps me sleep, but I dream, once I do fall asleep, because I still have a hard time falling asleep, once I'm finally asleep, the dreams are... And I remember my dreams in excruciating detail. And like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what is happening in my brain that it is coming up with this crazy ass stuff that I'm dreaming about? The pill flies into the waste bin as well. All right, so she's not taking her pills. This is not good. The next half an hour goes by in similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicines instead and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. This is an issue. One of my brothers, my youngest brother, his mother... Yeah, I'm just going to keep rambling about things that aren't the game. I'm sorry. His mother... abused a lot of drugs when she was pregnant with him, so he has a lot of issues. Really good looking guy, facially amazing body. He's great. He has abs and all that kind of stuff. Ladies love him because he's got kind of like he's just got that cute kind of like young Leonardo DiCaprio kind of face, but with like Brad Pitt's body from Fight Club. But he's a psychopath. Like he just doesn't know the difference between right and wrong, and not like I'm trying to say it like it's a cool thing. Like, oh, it's it's like he's a rebel. He's a badass. No, he like legitimately doesn't have a moral compass. He's going to prison again because he hit some dude in a fight and put the guy in a coma for a couple weeks. And I always figured it would go one of two ways with him. Either I'm going to get a phone call saying that he killed somebody, which this wasn't far off, or I'm going to get a phone call that somebody killed him, because he's going to push somebody too far, and that's going to be the end of him. But his issue is he has to be medicated, and he refuses to take his meds. He just won't take his meds. So like he just, some people, like my mother's the same thing, with her diagnosis. She has delusions. If she doesn't take, like, she has to take her meds. I turn into a ginormous raging asshole. So like my meds definitely help me. I need them, but worst case scenario, I'm just a jerk. Anyway, sorry. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder who's going to be my conversation partner. So this is kind of how the first game went. I got into it a little bit faster, if I remember correctly, but again, I am rambling a lot. Where we're going to now, I'm guessing, engage in conversation with the main character and help them, maybe? Let's see. Hey, here we go. Hey, what's up? Hey, yo. Long time no see. This is so weird because it's like, again, the graphics in the first one were so pixel like Commodore 64, not even Nintendo, like Commodore 64 like level pixel graphics. And now there's a person that's blinking and looking at me. It hasn't even been an hour, dummy. We're only supposed to meet once per day, right? Okay. Well, I'm not calling them a dummy. And okay, I don't know what the right choice is here, but we'll go with this one. Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion. Basically nothing I can't handle by myself after all. Now I know how to do it. You didn't reply. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? Pretty well exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? So again, it's not so much, I think, that I'm talking to her. She's talking to her. I think that was my interpretation of the first game. I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. My brother just called me a bully the other day. I have 7 brothers and 1 sister, so it's tough when I say my brother. This is my... I only have 1 older brother, and we don't have a relationship. So they're all younger brothers, but this is the one that's closest in age to me. And he's decided that he's vegan now. And again, not very good at controlling myself when I'm not on my meds. So I just got frustrated with him and was trying to point out. I'm all for him being vegan, just to clarify. But I was trying to point out some things that he may not have considered about becoming vegan suddenly. And it ended up kind of turning into an argument where I guess I made him feel like I was trying to tell him not to be vegan, which really was not my intention. But he did 100% call me a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about all this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you can only watch and agonize over your own uselessness. Hee. I can only imagine how angry you are right now. Yeah, I'm all beside myself. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple hours ago? I don't know what you mean. Right, well, they're all the same. Nuh-uh, I still don't understand. Whatever, unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. Alright, so this is like... You think about it. Who's the hardest on you in your life? Your mom? Your partner, maybe? You know it's not true. Your dad? Your grandparents? No. You. You're the hardest on yourself. And every time I mess up, every time I lose my temper, every time I yell at somebody that I love or something like that, I don't let that go, and I beat myself up over that. And if this is her and her voice again, nobody beats yourself up more than you. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my move. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. We'll see, yeah. ... I... ... Am I really that pathetic? Apologize for the coughing. ... No, you're not. But I'm not in control of the dialogue here. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face. Then we'll decide what to do with you. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. But then, me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a square squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. I'm going to apologize. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, you can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. Yeah, I was there. Oh, we're back to the pills. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? I mean, it was a stupid decision, but... So this is always tough because, like, my instinct is... I'm blunt. I'm... I've been described as cold. Or, in other cases, negative. Whereas I always feel like I'm honest and realistic. But that's not always how I'm perceived. So that's me personally. But for how I'm playing here, I want to try to be nice. Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? What do you think? Can't be sure about anything, and you don't take me seriously anyway. Then why did you do that? It felt like I'd be able to fight it. I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true the pain subsided for a bit at the time, but now I feel it triple in force. Yeah, you can't fight. That's such a common thing with mental illness. Regardless of what it is, because there's such a spectrum of different things, and they're still learning and changing, diagnosis and things like that. Like there used to be like only a handful, in a very small handful of diagnosis. Oh, you're bipolar. Oh, you're schizophrenic. Can you even think of too many others? Yeah, there wasn't a lot, and now they're able to understand that there's much more intricacies in them. But still, a very common theme with people is thinking that they don't need help, that they don't need meds, that they don't need to talk to someone, that they don't need something. But you always need something. And, after dealing with my anxiety and anger issues pretty much since I was a teenager and trying everything, and I had been to counseling, and I had been to mental health providers, psychiatrists or counselors or whatever you want to call them, and nothing that was ever suggested to me ever worked until I was medicated. It hurts so bad. Just drink your medicine already, or I'll stop talking to you. You know what to do. I mean, she needs to take her medicine. You know what to do? Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood in transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. Ooh, esophagus. If there are anybody regulars watching, you know that one of the things I take pills for is I have an issue with my esophagus, which causes me to cough. which only complicates things when I, get a cold and then it turns into pneumonia in one day. Literally just right to cough, boom, pneumonia, done. I shake my head violently. I don't even care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into there and catch it with my mouth. Well, I'm glad she took her pills. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking in the concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. What do you want, then? I just want to lie down for a bit. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. ... I don't know, I feel like saying ... is kind of pointless. I guess we'll just say this. Can you stay silent, please? I need to get my thoughts in order. I'm not good at staying silent. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming like cockroaches. Why? Don't do that. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? Yes, please. That's way better. I don't mind. Either way. Cockroaches. Ugh. Give me the heebie-jeebies. I legit gotta chill. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, there are fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. ... It's just that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling makes me start losing my patience. Enough! I hate you! I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? And what do you want me to do then? I don't know. It's up to you. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Dot, dot, dot. Fine. I raise my eyebrows. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts or else. I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. I do kind of get that. Like, a lot of times when I'm having a hard time falling asleep, it's because I am thinking about things. It's the second time there was like a weird noise. I'm not sure what that noise is supposed to be. They can be anywhere. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me, please? Tell me you will help me. ... Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. ... Will you tell me? Oh. There was that flashing lights. Looked like she was choking herself. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They are so itchy. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Okay. My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? No, don't do that. I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. All my eyelashes one after another. If I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? Oh no, did she rip out her eyelashes? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. No! I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? What about? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird and changing the subject. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. Hee. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, and no. If I make even the smallest of mess here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places, and that's it. Why? Because everything has a place, and there's a place for everything. And that is for sure one of my mantras for my biggest compulsion. Everything has a place, and there's place for everything. And if you always put whatever it is in its place, it will always be there when you're looking for it. Are you trying to come up with a reason right now? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Who, me? No, of course not. I think you forgot to put up your mind block. I can see through you. Rude. Alright then, so we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside of a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yeah. My, oh my. ... I have an idea. Last time becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. Now we're getting meta. So yeah, we're in a visual novel for sure. All right, let's do it. Let's become a point and click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. You want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh, no. Oh, yes. You know what this reminds me of? There's a book for kids called The Book with No Pictures. It's very cute. I love reading to my son. He's 10 now, and I don't care. I still read to him. We started reading more age-appropriate things. Like we've been very slowly and sporadically reading Lord of the Rings, or excuse me, The Hobbit, I should say, together. But we read them something every night. But The Book with No Pictures is it's kind of like interactive. Like you kind of have to play along with it as you're reading it, not just read it. So this is kind of remind the Oh No specifically, because there's 100% a part in there where like the kid is like you have to do something ridiculous, and then you know in the book you're like, oh no, oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Ask for help is a reasonable decision too. Good answer. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Anticipation? Hey. Hey. Hey, yo. What? Look down. Look down? After a moment, I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie! Wowie! I'll say wowie too. We found a firefly. I guess I didn't actually do anything. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. Hee! That tickles. It tickles. That tickles! Alright, one down. Let's look for the others. Yeah. Alright, so I am legit doing a point and click. This is hilarious. Yeah, this was not something. It was just really just a visual novel. This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'd still be good for a couple of years. You draw? That rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form a coherent sentence? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another. And then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. For my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of something... Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. ... The rustling has stopped. Even though the wind is still howling from every direction, it can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer. If I wait. Open your eyes. No! It's okay, just do it. No way, I know you're lying. Calm down. No! Calm down. No! Calm down. No! Calm down. No. Calm down. ... Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on the previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A very visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly! The wind immediately stops for a moment. The world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew! Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Alright, well, I mean, we found one. Got 2 different radios? Why do we have 2 different radios? Oh. What are those things? Alright, I see the pills. Let's do the pills. I look at the amount of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Things could have been much worse. Yeah. I heave a deep sigh, come closer, and extend my hand. Wow, it's so warm. It's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly! Hooray! After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. This is a great kind of, I want to say metaphor, but the idea of her taking her pills and her thoughts not being clear, and now collecting her thoughts and becoming more clear since collecting the thoughts. Very, I have no idea what this is. I kind of want to click on it just because I don't know what this is. But there's a bunch of papers on the wall. Let's click on this. And what are those? Ah, those. Those are the photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing to search or what? Okay, we are. Alright, so that was interesting, but no, not there. Alright, the fan? Hee. What's so funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan. And I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in and the cables. It's like an inmate, if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Okie dokie, the backpack. There could be one in the backpack, theoretically, right? I looked down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright. What did you like most there? Well, the rooms were really bright. Not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me. Let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft and the food was nice. The beds were also soft? What? By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? ... It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I already too old for school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms. And then what happened? I don't remember. And does it even matter? Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please. Oh, fine. That day Dad picked me up from school early, explained to me that I need to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Yeah, the story changed. Tell me about it again. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. The scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done? Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you'll tell me again. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly I feel someone's eyes on my back, knowing that these moments should never be ignored. I turn around, but there's nothing there. What happened next? I got an achievement for being annoying, apparently. Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can't see them so clearly. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling towards me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes around for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. Doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Oh. Interesting. I don't want to do that. Look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear countless numbers of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well. What happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be in there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but they became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I'll pretend to. Okie dokie. Oh, we can do the little light bulbs. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they purposely want to lower their self-esteem. Alright. We still have the 2 radios to do. Oh, we can do the umbrella too? Okay. Is this a vent? It's not easy to get out of here. Okay, that was really short. Alright, the sleeping bag. I guess she sleeps on the floor. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheeks to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia. Just like tonight. What? I said searching here is meaningless. Okay. Still perplexed about the 2 radios. Oh, there's like a little mouse hole. Can we do a little mouse hole? No. Alright, what are these? Your usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, Firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey, let's continue searching. Okay. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000%. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no you don't. Then act normal. Alright, that's her toothbrush. I turn my eyes towards the inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. Okay. I guess we'll do the radio. I was expecting it to play music, but it is a radio after all. Okay. How about this one? Okay. Not exactly what I was expecting. Ooh, the alarm clock. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold out my arms to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever, I'll go with that. Countdown, 5 minutes. Fine, you have a clock right in front of you, though. You can't look at its hands for too long. At first I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think? What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My God, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. Okay. Interesting. What is that? I mean, it could be a firefly in this whole shenanigans, I guess. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? I am listening. What is this thing? Is this another radio? It is another radio. Why does she have 3 radios? Alright, let's do the umbrella. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that it can do it without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. Okay. Oh. The garbage? You go close to the waste bin and look inside with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you here. Alright. File cabinet of some sort? I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. What if... I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining. Okay. Oh, look at this tiny little thing. What's this? It looks like a fortune cookie. Fortune. Oh. I guess we don't get to know what it was. I still think it's where we can't click on the mouse. Just making sure there's nothing else I missed, because we still have the computer, but I think that's it. And then that, which clearly there's an issue with that. Alright, let's do the computer. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item, I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful, tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it in here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole days in front of the screen games, drawing, engineering, calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies? Yeah, I did, before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. Here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors there. Their cages are identical to yours. And the other hamsters look identical to you too. That means you are all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at the shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forget what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time try to avoid super hamster analogies. You know, I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them, impossible to count. Is it possible, though? I had exactly 317 of them? Although I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Oh, right. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them liked drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright? You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all of my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers, which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interests is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose. It's a mathematical formula, and if you solve that formula, you'll be able to get to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it's my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters, words, and actions from the web person who are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out from the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see it myself, if I only knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of actions and flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. And what about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me with a code word. For example, what code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Okay, I think we are finished. Except for this, which I'm mildly concerned about clicking on. We clicked on the radios. What happens if I click on all three at the same time? It just turns off one turns off the other one. Okay. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. And I don't think I did. Alright, let's click on this, I guess. I can't actually click on it. Interesting. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. It looks like packages. Different packages. Some of them are damaged. Some of them, I don't know. All right, I guess we're finished searching. Did I find them all? I hope so. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. Woohoo! I guess. You know what? Screw you. I managed to gather all my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and I find it, it's just going back to the starting point. Nothing changes at all. A zero sum. A zero sum? And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. What about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? We'll go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously stepped away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? It may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. I am watching you. Alright, let's stay here. There's no way someone cares about you that much. Ooh, that's mean. Alright, let's stay here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous, not ness. I don't know why I added that in. Ridiculous, like the milk outside a bag of milk. And yet, alright, so now we get the title. We understand imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time being me. Like milk outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag of milk. And yet, you don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill? Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's a goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you. But was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrists and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me. Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and I always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling, pale pupils. It was scary, you know. Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess. I felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they liked this place. They always follow my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today today. Well? I... Still too scared to tell me? Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. And I was trying so hard here, don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax. Nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'll be happy too, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly, but it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. ... Fine. Close your eyes. All right, I don't like that achievement that I that I got. It popped up for a second. It said, "You won't get it. You're not even trying." I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley, an awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally, I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shift between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's wacko, and his name is stupid. Are we going or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine. I don't know, I said fine. If not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we were greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Alright, this feels very familiar now. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. Ah, what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for?" Huh? Oh, yeah. Another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently toward one of the few stores customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Chester's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar, his eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Chester calms down. What was that? I got so scared. He said, what? No, not again. Suddenly, Trisca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean, Sniff. Who, me? Trisca pushes me away and runs off. I have no idea what's going on. I feel like I feel like I was following everything until this, and now I'm kind of lost. So hopefully, I don't know. I guess maybe I failed because of that achievement that I got. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that was formed after Tresca. I squeeze through towards him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Jessica starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a R-word too. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right toward a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks the silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. What's happening? cream? Tresca was her son? Good night. Milk inside a bag of milk. A game by Nikita Krukov. Alright, so again, I finished. And got, I guess, an ending, but I guess the wrong ending? Or just an ending I don't understand at all. Like, I understood the ending that I got when I did the original one. So definitely a lot more confused here. Alright, so talk about animation. So the animation, the look of this is so much more appealing than the original one. Which in a weird way, I both like and dislike. I like it because it's beautiful, and this was much more visually appealing to play, but at the same time, I almost feel like in a weird way it kind of takes away from what was the weirdness of the first one. I also always like to talk about, was this game worth playing? Yes, this is worth playing. It was definitely interesting. I enjoyed a large part of this until like the end. Because now we're back to the main menu, and I'm just scratching my head. So did I enjoy this? Yes. Is it worth the amount of money that I paid for it? Yes, because again, I did not pay very much for this at all. I say it's, as usual, I say this a lot, I think it's worth more than what I paid for it. Do I kind of want to play it again? Yes, because I feel like I don't know what I did wrong. I liked all the choices that I chose. I found all the fireflies, but I feel like we still missed out on a lot of what the story was. I'm confused on the story. But with all that being said, this has been Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. I am Loki the Mad Titan. I bid you adieu. Goodbye and good night. Sayonara Toyasumi milk drinkers. Thank you so very much for watching. Please subscribe if you've made it this far. Have a good night. See ya.